Hello, everybody, and welcome to a very special Traitors Couch Potato Queens special. I'm your host, Josh, and we have here, full circle for the Couch Potato Queens, we have the queen herself, Rachel Reilly of the first season of the Traitors, winner of Big Brother. Woo!
Yes! Thank you very much. You know, I wore my pink sequins because I felt like they were fashion.
I love it.
As we were told last night, fashion.
Right, that part.
Peppermint is my queen too, by the way. Like that whole reunion ensemble, I died. Like gagged. It was so perfect and it looked so good on her. It was amazing.
It was awesome. Like, there's so much to get through, Rachel. Like, yes. I don't even know where to begin. But let's talk about this season of the Traitors. You were obviously on season 1. Do you have some FOMO for not being on this season? Like,
no, Josh, you don't understand. It's like I am so jealous that I was on season 1 and that this season was so good. First of all, they get a shield that you can do a shield whenever, right? So I could have won a shield a million times, wouldn't have to worry about dying. And then I could have been a lot more vocal. So I feel like that is an advantage for a faithful, especially a vocal faithful. I felt like the cast was way more epic. Like, listen, I got a good cast. Like I had, Brandy and Kate, and we had Sari, and Ryan Lochte was cool. And I guess Cody, whatever. But I will say this cast 8. This was literally, I don't know if you could have gotten a better reality TV cast together if we all as fans made the cast up. I mean, the fact that we got Parvati, the fact that we got Janelle and Dan, Parvati and Sandra,
right.
Larsa, although I was sad Larsa went because I feel but we'll see her on House of Villains.
Yes. Okay.
Phaedra,
I gotta ask more.
Oh my gosh. Right. But it's, just this, yes, the FOMO is so real. And I don't know how they'll top it for season 3.
That's going to be hard. It's going to be really hard. But in your season, you had regular people, regular schmoes, so they this was all stars, of reality TV,
It was everything that we as fans dream of, right?
Everything. Yes. NBC got them bucks.
Yes.
They showed out.
They
they got the dollars.
Rachel, you brought it though. Season 1, you and Kate made it fun.
You did.
And Sari,
y'all won that Emmy.
It was
right.
It was good. It was
honestly. So hopefully I'll be on something else. You never know.
Can you technically say you were an Emmy winner at all? Can you?
Well, see, so it was an outstanding casting, right? So it was technically just the Emmy for the casting directors, but
But you were casted.
You were
it was great. Okay, so can I just ask, what are your thoughts on Kate's game this time compared to last time? Because y'all didn't get along last time.
The news fest. I was really disappointed. Why? What? Okay, she is first of all, we've watched Kate on Below Deck. We watched Kate on her little hosting show she does. We loved her on season 1. Even I couldn't get over it. She was making fun of me and I was laughing because it was good. She was funny. And then this season, I don't know what happened. I just felt like we lost so much of the crazy Kate vibe where it was she didn't really go after anyone on a, I don't know, she's so fun and usually snarky, but she wasn't there. She didn't bring it. Sorry, my dog, every time I podcast, my dog, I just wants to bark.
I've heard you say on previous podcasts though that she needs that other person, she needs that person to bounce off of. I think she does. There was no Rachel.
Me, right? I'm the fire starter. I have figured out my role in reality TV. I am the feisty redhead that is the fire starter, right? I come on and people want to talk about me. They want it, I make them feel something. If they love me or hate me, I make them feel something.
Rachel, you are New York. You're New York. You're Tiffany Pollard. You guys are.
I love Tiffany. Yeah.
Everyone you quote, you have the zings, you have the quotes, you have the one-liners. You are not scared to say what's on your mind for 14 years. calling out Nicole Franzel, which we always love to this day.
Your brand is watching.
By the way, okay, you are not gonna remember this because you do a million of these, but you did a cameo for my birthday, and in the cameo, Brendan was like, "Oh yeah, especially her best friend Nicole Franzel," and I died. It was the funniest thing I've ever seen in my life. I lived.
That's hilarious.
And then your reaction was, "That's not my friend."
It's true. I heard that that person is very thirsty to try to get on season 3, but I don't think we'll be seeing that person.
Sip the tea.
Her teacup.
Everyone is sip the tea. Okay. Yes, I did hear that though. For sure, I heard she's very thirsty to get on, but she's not going to be appearing on season 3.
Well,
this ain't Rainier Games. I'm gonna kiss your ass for a rose.
Yes,
we know you got robbed. I know you probably can't talk. We know you got robbed, though. We know the tea. Okay, I know.
But you'll see. I have good faith that we will be seeing Rachel on something else. So, everything happens for a reason, and every show, I feel like. I know Janelle calls this like a hobby. I'm like, this is like my life. So I'm not like giving it up anytime soon. I have a blast on all these shows, and especially Traitors. So, okay, question. Did we die with that ending? Like,
it was
blown away.
It was greed on a whole nother level. Like complete greed.
A whole nother level. I felt like it was, it literally felt like to me the Cirie win, but with the faithfuls.
Yes.
Like, right? Yeah. It was just like that shocking. It was that out of the blue. Like MJ had no idea, which I don't understand why MJ was that clueless. Because you think, MJ, you're going to a final 3 with CT and Trishelle, who are both from the challenge, who have both been working together the whole time. You're definitely outnumbered, but I don't know what she was thinking, that she thought that they should like split the money with her. Like, listen, that's $125,000. Like, sorry,
Rachel, was she not clueless was she not clueless the whole season though? Like, I love MJ, but like,
at the beginning. The beginning, she was pretty strong, and then she became kind of like a joke.
Once she backed out of that Peter Pal's room, I think she started to know a little bit.
I was like, girl, play the game. Like, that's what I thought the whole season. I'm like, girl, play the game.
Right. And I thought when she backed out of the Peter Pal's room that she did wake up, and we were starting to see more, and she was like, okay, I can't just lay back and let the Traitors win. But the problem is that she was in that Peter Pal's room she saw Trishelle. So she knew she's not working with Trishelle. So no matter what, letting that happen at the end, that I blame her just as much as she's mad at them. I thought it was epic gameplay. I don't care if it's unpopular opinion. I thought it was the best thing ever. We don't play these games to play Kumbaya, and I saw like Andy in the reunion talked about how it's different, like mentalities. Bravo people go on to have fun and make good TV, and the gamers go on to win. But we also go on to make good TV. Like, you wouldn't have had such a fun season if Phaedra wasn't yelling at Parvati in the turret, telling her no one liked her, and telling her that, she made the faces and all the things. So like, you need both. And I think that it's really fun to watch both. And I don't know. I think that like Phaedra really started to play the game, and I would watch out if she ever did another competition show, because she's good. She is so good. If they ever do Traitors, they show 100% be on there again.
I'm sure there's gonna be an All Stars eventually, and I'm sure you're gonna be on it. Like eventually,
I think Phaedra needs to be on Celebrity Big Brother if they do it. That's what I think.
I would love to see her on Celebrity Big Brother. I think she would be a really good cast decision, because I also think she's so likable that people want to align with her. They don't want to go against her. So, and she has so many good one-liners, and she's so witty, and she could John would filibuster all night long, and she was just right on top of it. Like, where does she think, if he was filibustering me, I think I would be just shocked in the background. I don't know, crying or something. I don't even know what I would do.
So, wait, actually, if you were going to be on this season, who are the top 3 people in this cast that you wish you would have played with?
Oh my God, Phaedra, 100%. 100%. I would love to play with Janelle just because I'm like such a big fan of hers. I'm also her friend, but I feel like when Janelle and I play these games together, we don't really get to work together as much as we want to. And Snake in the Grass was just a few days. And Amazing Race, she and I were on like opposite teams, still work together, but I think we definitely I would love to play a game with her. Parvati, I'm so sad I didn't get to play with her. And Peppermint, we didn't see enough of Peppermint. I want to see more of Peppermint. And I mean, I would love to play with Trishelle. I think Trishelle's such a good gamer. I mean, I don't know. Like, there's too many than just one to say. Just 3 is like.
Not Kevin?
Oh, God, Kevin. Oh, yeah, no.
Oh my God.
Not Kevin. No.
Really?
Kevin can grab a life vest because he's a floater.
Hey now.
Float on down the river.
Would you or would you not say Sandra was kind of a floater, but in a good way?
Yeah, Sandra played a floaty kind of game, but it is working. It does work for her, and it works for her every time she plays Survivor. Every time she plays any game, she really just stays in the middle. She's very safe. She doesn't really waver from side to side. And I think we saw her like kind of play with the gamers. She kind of played with the faithful. She kind of played with the Bravo girls. So Sandra, I mean, she plays a great game, and that's why she makes it to the end and won Survivor twice. But it's just a different kind of game.
Right. And then like her type of floating is okay because that's a part of her strategy. You know,
100%. Yeah. And the thing is like, I love Sandra, but like, I don't think she can go out there on the rafts and run across the rafts. You know, I mean, it's like you have to use what you've been given. And if that like strategy works for her, then I think that's what she has to do.
Mm-hmm. And it was a good strategy, to be honest, like having the faithful and the traitors on your side.
Oh, 100%. It worked the whole game until the very end, right?
I think he knew. I think all of that between CT and Trishelle was premeditated. Even her voting for CT, they planned it so they didn't look like, you know, demons. Like,
really? I don't know if that was premeditated. She looked really shook.
That part was so weird to me.
It was very.
It's so weird that she voted for him. And so, okay, I'm friends with Trishelle, and so I texted her last night, and I was like, did you know? She didn't text me back about that, but I also told her, like, I loved her game and all this stuff. But then I was thinking about it, and I was like, did she know she was going to go in there and vote to get out MJ? And I really don't think that they did, like, premeditate it. I feel like she, I feel like she voted for CT because she thought he was a traitor. And then when they all came down to it again, she was probably just like, okay, well, obviously he's not, because we have to like get rid of MJ, I think.
Mm-hmm. And honestly, though, Trishelle, I was really impressed with her game. Honestly, I really was. Like, kind of like the dark horse in the competition from the beginning. Like, at first, I was the whole thing with Peppermint happened. I'm like, oh, okay, let's see what happens here. But as the weeks progressed, she got like better and better. She like built up that steam, and
she earned her win.
It was great.
She did earn her win. No, 100%. And I think, honestly, that game is so hard. And the problem is Peppermint literally said that she was a traitor. And it's like, what do you do? I know. It's like, I mean, at that point, it's like Peppermint, I don't know that Trishelle was the one really that like was like going for that whole plan, because she was in the room with everyone else and accidentally said she was a traitor. So I don't know, like, it's unfortunate. And I think in that game, like Peppermint said in the reunion, someone's got to go first. And it's just like one of those things where if you say the wrong thing, you slip up, people are like, oh, well, obviously you're a traitor. But I do think maybe we'll see Peppermint play again. You know, like I feel like she really didn't get a chance. So we'll see.
I think there's a couple people that could come back. I think Peppermint.
Bananas.
I'm betting money that we're seeing you season 3. I know you can't. I'm just saying it. I think we need more Rachel Reilly in our lives.
I'm sorry. Speaking of bananas, it is too funny to me that he was first boot, and yet the 2 other people from his show that he's the king of won the whole damn thing.
Won the whole thing. Isn't that just like perfect? It is such perfection. You can't write a better story.
Not.
It was so great. And he was so bitter about it. He is so bitter. For the guy that says it's a game at the reunion says,
Right.
game, Andy, and I think other Bravo people can't handle it. Then the next thing out of his mouth is, Dan, I'm done with you because this is he was just so bitter about being murdered first.
Yeah, and even Dan was like, it's kind of a compliment, but Bananas was not trying to hear that.
Right? No,
it makes so much more sense why he's been so bitter this whole time, because he probably knew that, yeah, the other challengers won and he was the first one out. I'm like, okay, this whole bitterness is kind of adding up.
Yeah, that does that. No, you're right. It does add up that if he knew, but I wonder if he knew, because honest to God, I've been doing a podcast with Trishelle every single week, and I had no clue. I swear on my life, I thought she was going to get murdered by Kate. I thought and I had no clue. So I was like, you know what? The fact that she was able to pull it over my head, and I honestly was like, wow, this girl is good. She's good.
She's got a good poker face, like straight up.
Well, yeah, apparently she's a professional poker player too, right? So
I do think Dan helped Trishelle. I'm not gonna lie.
Yep,
I do.
Yeah.
If Dan did not spoil Phaedra's game, which we can get into in a minute, which is so frustrating. If Dan didn't spoil Phaedra's game, I don't think Trishelle would have been as on to Phaedra as she claimed to be honest.
Not at all.
No, I agree. And so the thing is, everyone has debated back and forth. Did Dan ruin Phaedra's game? Did he ruin Parvati's game? I think so. Parvati and Dan, we saw them in the castle, like going out, like on the show, like going out into rooms by themselves, hanging out, talking by themselves. Then I asked questions to the people on the cast if Dan was like really vocal with them, or if he was like making conversations, did he just hang out with Parvati? And so everyone has confirmed that Dan was too quiet. He was like really by himself a lot. He would talk to Parvati a lot. So to me, that really does show that like they made that bad game move by doing that.
Yeah.
Phaedra, I agree. I don't think anybody was on to Phaedra. The banishment before when Dan went home, they were both like the housewives. And so then that started getting suspicion on Phaedra. And then I think that was the first misstep, because Parvati and Dan wanted to take a shot at Phaedra really soon. And then Phaedra forgave them in the turret. We saw her be like, okay, whatever, like, let's move on. But I mean, she put her foot down, but I think she should have had her eyes out still. Because I felt like, I mean, in Phaedra, I wonder if she could have shut it down without looking like a traitor. But I feel like it's so tricky, because like that game, literally, it's off of a look, right? So if she like shuts it down, then maybe other people are like, oh, it's very obvious. It's just
honestly,
what do you do after that? Like, Phaedra, what could she have done?
I don't know.
Like,
yeah,
it was completely ruined.
I mean, unless she just would have murdered Trishelle. If they would have murdered Trishelle, maybe, because Trishelle was onto her, but I don't think she knew Trishelle was onto her. So that's the thing.
Yeah, I don't think.
I think they just made a lot of really, like, the Traitors this season made a lot of really bad mistakes, and I think like they really, if they looked back at their gameplay, like the Bergie thing, we saw them talk about it in the reunion. The Bergie thing was like really a bad, like, Dan's played this game before. Phaedra warned him, Parvati warned him. That was really bad. Phaedra like murdering at the end. I do think Peter was right. I didn't even think about that. But in the reunion, Peter said if Phaedra would have like given Peter the ultimatum, then he would have been a traitor. She could have framed him the whole time. Everyone's shocked. Oh my God, it's Peter's pals. And then like
Steven, remember I said that on the episode? That you going? Yep. That would have been genius.
It would have been genius. And I bet Phaedra could have gotten away with just being like, I told you he's been trying to frame me this whole time. And that might have saved her.
That's a really good point, though. Really good.
Yeah. So I wonder if, I mean, I don't know. I mean, I guess I said it would have saved Kate, but Kate wouldn't have been a traitor then. But then, I mean, I think that the other Bravo friends would have stuck with Phaedra. They all probably would have gone after Sandra, and I think the whole ending would be different.
What do you think about Kate killing Sheree?
That was so random. I had no idea that she was going to do that, but I think she had to kill a Bravo person to get the heat off of her. But I don't know. It's like maybe she should have killed Sandra. But then it was like, if she killed Sandra, who does she put the heat on? But the problem is like Sandra was Sandra's a faithful, and she's the only one, so that only gets Kate one more banishment. And I don't know who she could.
But look how hard MJ and Sheree before she left. Look how hard they were rooting for like Kate. That's why I was like, if she kept,
they were blinded.
They were blinded. You're right. Maybe MJ and Sheree would have rallied for Kate, and in the end, they would have been like, Sandra, no, not Sandra. CT, no, not CT. Trishelle's the mastermind. You know, that could have been a totally different ending. Ooh, I like this. This is the tea.
Rachel, can I ask a question? Because I'm like a huge person, like reality TV, everything. Like I used to be that nerd that like played it online. Like they called online reality games. Like I played those. Like that's long time nerd for reality television. So like, do you know of like the game Mafia? Like this is very similar to the game Mafia. Is that how they like told you about it when you originally applied? Was like, this is like the game Mafia?
Yeah, so when I was called after Snake in the Grass. We'd all done Snake in the Grass. And Janelle was supposed to be on season 1 with me. Yeah. But she couldn't do it because she had a cheerleading competition for her daughter. So when they called, they said it's going to be like Werewolf or Mafia in this like beautiful Scottish castle. It's going to be really epic. Like it's going to be a show that no one's ever done. And I was just like, this sounds right up my alley. Make me a traitor. I asked to be a traitor right away. But yeah, they did describe it as that. And so we're doing this Cruise of Deception thing.
I'm going.
Are you?
I'm on Janelle's team.
Oh my gosh, I love that. Yay, Steven!
Yes. So is your team still available or is it full now? No.
My team is full. All the celebrity teams are full, but I think that they're trying to get other celebrities on the cruise, but there is still availability. And this is also the thing, we're pairing up with the non-celebrities. So the celebrities on the cruise, we're going to pair up with the non-celebrity teams. So you'll get like me and Michael or me and Amanda or something. So that way it's not just the celebrities. So like, I don't remember who Janelle's working with, but they're trying to pair it up like to be like similar personalities, I guess. So it should be really fun.
Are they filming it?
I will be.
It's like a cruise.
Yeah.
It's like a whole
Steven will be filming it. I mean, I'll be filming it. I think everyone on the cruise will be posting about it and filming it and
it will be everywhere. RHAP will be covering it. No, I'm kidding.
Yes, right? I mean, Puya's going. So RHAP
I heard that.
Hilarious. I love it.
So Steven, maybe you need to go after Puya.
When in doubt, go after. Okay, no.
I'm probably gonna be the murdered first. I'm literally gonna walk past people and be like, "Yeah, drink that water. You're nervous, aren't you?"
Maybe you'll be a traitor. They're picking the traitors, but like one of those balls, like a lottery system. So it's gonna be super random. So it's not gonna be like, I don't know. I also had heard that they were gonna do interviews, but I think that like logistically would be really hard.
That's a lot.
Yeah, it's a lot. So I think it would be like a lottery kind of thing. Unless someone just is like, I can't be a traitor.
Is Brendan coming with you?
Brendan's coming. He's gonna play on my team.
He is.
Okay, yes. Can I just say, and I said this, you have the cutest family on the planet. Like, not just you have
your first big brother, so baby. Hello.
Like,
oh my God, you're so sweet.
I know you're talking about it like 12 or 13 years ago, but like having the first Big Brother baby, which you did, right?
Yes, the first Big Brother baby, first Big Brother marriage. No big deal.
Y'all are like better than The Bachelor, honestly. Like Big Brother, like gives relationships.
Well,
I mean, one broke up recently, but I mean,
yes, that's more tea, right?
First Big Brother divorce.
Wait, no, that's
not the one I like.
No, that's a celebration.
Oh my God, you're right, and it is the first Big Brother divorce.
Not the first Big Brother divorce. I'm dead. I'm deceased. I'm dead and deceased. Okay.
Oh my God. So I feel like, well, and for Traitors, like we need more Big Brother people on Traitors, and so I'm thinking like, there's so many good choices. For
Who?
Okay. Well, who are you gonna say, Josh?
Okay, so I have a few. Okay, so people are all gonna say Taylor. Taylor would be great. I would love Taylor on it. I do think she's definitely cast when she wants to do it. But okay, this person may not be one. I don't know how you are with this person anymore, but I do think Danny Donato Briones would be good for that show.
I know, I do too. Like I have been thinking about it lately because everyone asks that question. I really think Danny would be good. I think Danny would actually be a really good traitor. I think she would be I think she would play because Danny is like she's great at talking to people and building relationships. And we also know that she's like totally fine with like lying and having people lie to her. So so I think like she would be really good. I do think Brittany would be fun because
yes,
personality.
Brittany.
Daniel Reyes.
Yes.
Yeah, and after the reindeer games, I felt like we didn't get to see enough of Danielle.
Yeah.
Who else? Brendan, who do you think would be fun? Brendan, obviously. Brendan wants to do it.
Hi, Brendan.
Okay,
Brendan.
We do have to go.
Hey.
Hi, Brendan.
Brendan.
So who else would be good on Traitors? Do you think like Matt Hoffman?
Matt Hoffman would be fun.
He was somebody who lied. Big on the Big Brother. So I think you have to get somebody who would be okay and be able to pull off lying.
Well, you know, I'd love to
Dr. Will actually.
Frankie,
yes. Let's have Dr. Will actually play and not compete. Think he's too cool to just be in a challenge.
Yeah, he's too scared.
Dr. Will is too scared, but Frankie Grande I think would be fun, and I think Frankie will bring the epic outfits, the one-liners. So we know Frankie has fun with these shows, and he's competitive, so I think he will be fun. Vanessa, probably.
I even think Jesse Goddard's would still be entertaining to be on the show.
Jesse probably would be fun.
He's such a big personality.
Isn't he on House of Villains though?
He is on House of Villains.
Yeah. Oh, Jesse's on House of Villains? Season 2?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
But I thought you couldn't be on House of Villains and on Traitors.
And Rachel, you watch Survivor as well?
We do watch Survivor.
Partially.
I haven't been watching.
It's hard to keep up. I mean, Survivor just pumps out.
It's a lot. Okay, so one thing I just want to. I know we got to wrap up here soon. But who do you think is a non-Big Brother? Okay, top contender to be on next season?
I mean, Rachel did say Tony, which I thought would be
from Survivor.
Oh, that would be epic.
100%. He's a really good gamer.
Yeah.
So from the gamer side, well, I would have thought Wes, but I think Wes is on House of Villains right now, so I don't think Wes is going to be doing it. Gosh, from that, I mean, it's
hard because I'm trying to think. Like, I guess going to Heroes versus Villains, that'd probably be a good
cast. What about
cast
Casey's wife, Neri? She's good.
Nani.
Yeah, Nani's good. Nani's really good at competitions.
What about someone who is non-show, like how they had Deontay? Like, what about someone that is just like not from a show?
Random, like Brian Lochte, Olympic athlete. No, I don't know. That's a good question. But you know who else? Like, so I watch Vanderpump Rules. Like, I mean, I would kind of want to see Tom Sandoval on, only because he's such a villain.
Yes. What about
first boot.
You know who I think would be fun would be Lala. I think Lala
would be epic,
incredible. Or Sheena
right now.
Sheena
so she's pregnant, so maybe season 3 Lala.
Yeah, maybe Sheena. Sheena would do it in a second. I
think Sheena would.
She wants Dancing with the Stars, though. That's what she wants to be.
We kind of know Sheena.
Yeah.
And she's a huge Big Brother fan.
Yeah.
So she's a big reality.
Really?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
every time Rachel would throw end of the year Big Brother parties after the season wraps, Sheena would always come.
Yeah.
So yeah, and we met them right when they started Vanderpump Rules. Sheena and Shay. We actually went to their wedding.
We did go to this.
So.
Rachel, Sheena reminds me a little bit of you, though. You guys have that similarity, like march the beat of your own drum, like big.
Yeah. Yes. I love her. And I feel like, especially with like how Vanderpump Rules is going this season, like that would be a good. Yeah, it would be good for her to like move on to Traitors and then maybe the Valley.
Yeah.
Yep.
Oh,
I agree.
oh, there's a lot of tea on the Valley already with what's going on with that. So.
Yeah,
hasn't started yet.
What about like athletes? So for athletes, I think like
I mean, the problem with athletes,
Lolo Jones.
Who?
Oh yeah,
Lolo Jones.
Lolo. Well, actually, Lolo is a little crazy, which is fun, right? I mean,
Joe Beckham.
she's always fun on the challenge, and the only thing on Big Brother, but this is such a different game than Big Brother, so I feel like she would play a little bit differently because I think that Big Brother is just like.
What about the college athlete, that girl that got in trouble for putting her hand up last year, then she broke the scoring record this year?
Oh yeah, I know.
I can't think of her name.
She'd be great.
Yeah.
Even Lindsay from Summer House would be really good.
Lindsay would be really fun. Oh my God, you know who else would be fun? And she's doing a reality tour right now, would be JoJo Siwa. Right?
I bet she's on next season.
She would be really fun because
Angel Reese, Brendan.
She's been doing like a bunch of reality shows lately.
Yep.
And so she would be really fun.
I like Janelle's recommendation, Trisha Paytas.
Oh yeah,
Trisha Paytas on.
Yeah, I have no idea who these people are.
I don't know who these people are either.
I'm still holding out for New York to be on season 3.
New York. I mean, New York has to be on something. But if New York's on Villains again, I wonder if she'll be on I don't know, because Bananas did Villains and then Traitors, so why not?
Rachel, can you set the record straight? Were you supposed to be on season 1 of House of Villains? Because I saw you on that leaked cast.
I know. It's sad. I didn't make it on. I know. It's such a bummer.
Was it because you had to film the reunion? Or
yeah. Well, that's what they said. But then they said I was definitely going to go on season 2, and then I didn't end up on season 2. So I don't know.
Trash.
I mean, maybe they just we're like, yeah, Rachel will be great. And then
Maybe
they're
she's
like,
not enough
maybe
of
I'm
a
not
villain.
enough of a villain.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what
I don't think Rachel, you're not a villain. Okay, you're misunderstood, not a villain. Okay?
Right? That's what I mean.
Like Lauren Hill.
Jesse Godrez isn't a villain.
Yeah,
Wes
that's a
isn't
villain.
really
But
villain.
yeah. All right, Rachel, I know that you have to wrap up here, but we love having you on.
Really quickly before, because Joseph just sent us a super chat.
Oh, yes. Okay, yes, Joseph, thank you for the super chat. And I think Rockstar said hi earlier too.
We did get a little shout out from Rockstar.
We got Rockstar.
Rockstar.
Yes,
Rockstar. Okay, Rockstar, love you too. And I'm so glad that Joseph said that we made it through his lunch hour. So thank you.
I'm living. But Rachel, thank you for coming. We want to have you on again for sure.
Yes, I would love to. And I'm sorry this was so short. It was kind of a last minute trip for Brendan.
Yeah.
But next
we'll
time
take it.
We'll do a
Dream
full
come true.
thing. Okay, perfect.
It will be fun. I will hit you up, obviously. But where can all of our viewers, which already know, to follow you? Where can they follow you on social media?
Yeah, at Rachel Reilly Villegas on Instagram, and so at Rachel Reilly Villegas on our casting, yes, on TikTok. Thank you for posting.
I looked it up. I looked them up in advance.
I appreciate that. I feel like I'm trying to make my TikTok thing happen, but it just isn't happening for me.
I like your TikTok.
None of dancing.
I can't do it. I'm 35. I don't know how to do it.
I know. I'm still trying to make fetch happen on TikTok.
TikTokers grab a life vest. No, I'm kidding.
Right? All right. Well, it was so much fun to hang out with all of you, and I cannot wait to hang out again. And thank you for
I'll see you on the cruise, baby.
Yes, you're gonna have a good time. Oh my God.
We're gonna have so much fun.
And Brendan, thank you for joining us too. We love you.
Yes, Brendan.
I'm not actually the founder, but I'm the founder of the Brunchal Army. So
I love that.
All right, we loved you guys. You can follow us at Couch Potato Queens. It's Couch Potato QWNZ on Twitter and /X, and then on Instagram, our Couch Potato Queens, spelled out exactly how it needs to be. We will be back tonight. We will be hosting our Drag Race episode after the actual Drag Race episode, directly after, and we will see you guys next time. Hope you have a good night. Bye, everyone.